Excuse me. Oh.
Oh, wait. Hey, do you need a hand with that?
No, I got it.
Oh,
I'm all
no,
good.
are you sure?
No,
It's
no,
gonna fall.
I got.
You dumb bitch. Hello, it's me again. That's right, I'm still here. It's me, Lucy-Furr. Woo! And with me, we have the rambunctious Nery. He's happy because it's not raining anymore.
Hello.
Hi.
You might hear me messing with my mic. I apologize. I can't get comfortable.
Silly baby. All right, how have you been?
Oh,
It's been a while. Been a hot minute.
It's been a minute.
I've been a whole minute.
No, yeah, I've been alright. How about you?
Yeah, no, I've been good. Living life, chilling, vibing, enjoying it all.
That's good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, there was nothing spooky that happened.
no,
Since-
after that, I still keep it in my mind.
Oh, he lives rent free.
Lurking, and I'm like, I would never recognize him.
That's the
But
thing.
what if?
I look at people's faces now and I'm like, is it you? Is it you?
Was it you?
Yeah.
It's that guy with the smile.
Yeah, I know it's not 3 people. 3 people in the car.
The 3 people in the car. What if it was your 2 wiener dogs in a trench coat? Except they were in the car too.
That's right. So
spooky.
5. Well, yeah, 3 people, 2 animals.
It was just a group of wiener dogs in a trench coat,
Yeah,
in a black hoodie and jeans.
goblins in a trench coat.
Maybe it was my drag child glitch. That seems like a lurky thing that they would do.
That does.
Yeah,
But they would have to know where we were at what time.
they glitch. They know things.
That's a fair point. Glitch is cool.
Glitches are really cool. I
Mm.
think they're really creative.
Yeah,
and
me too.
I would just love to see what their psychiatrist has in their notes. Or I just want to help me. I just want to see what's inside their brain, just a little bit, not in depth, because I don't want to go like H.P. Lovecraft crazy,
Mm.
but like I just want a little look through a glass window with security with guns. I just need a peek.
Yeah, that's fair.
The
gotcha.
morbid curiosity is there.
They come up with some cool shit. The first time I saw them perform was Genesis, and it was their David Bowie Labyrinth.
So good.
Goblin King.
How good is
So
that?
good. And I was like, I'm a fan. From that moment, I was like, I'm a fan for sure.
That's crazy. Actually, on that note, we've mentioned it a few times, and I've never really elaborated on what Genesis is. I might take this opportunity to just talk about it for a second.
The floor is yours.
So Genesis is a competition I started 3 years ago. This is the 3rd year. That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
And I started it for a platform for up and coming people or people who just wanted to taste what the stage was like or give it a go, see what drag or performing is about. And at the end of the first year, I'd had 60 people perform on the stage. And then last
Jesus.
year, we almost doubled that, and I had 115 people on the stage throughout the year.
Far out.
And that just shows, and these are people who are around the Shoalhaven or Illawarra region, that just don't have access to a stage or a platform to give it a go.
Yeah.
And Genesis is a judgment-free zone. All forms of entertainment are welcome. We've had comedians, we've had singers, we've had dancers, we've had a professional clown, blockhead performance, sideshow freak perform, and I fucking love him.
Oh yeah.
Like the such a charismatic character, so friendly, but will staple themselves and eat light globes. Like, I love it. So Genesis has been an experience for me as well, seeing how much people want to perform and how much people have to offer.
I think the thing is that everyone has creativity in them.
Yeah.
And it's how you let that out is what counts. And some people don't find it because they don't have an avenue like Genesis to be able to
Yeah.
be like, oh, I'm a performer.
And the amount of people who are like, can I just give it a go? I'm like, absolutely. And they find themselves throughout the process of the competition and they just love it. And they blossom into like these little performing artists that are off doing their own things now. Like the first 2 years or the first 2 seasons. So
Yeah.
season 1 we had a drag king win. The name was Magnus Opium.
Amazing.
Talented, opera, charismatic.
I have a quick story.
Yes.
So we were in Shell Harbour just shopping.
Yeah.
And the producer is talking to someone, just like having a chat. I'm like, who the fuck is that? And like the producer comes up to me and goes, it's Magnus. I was like, what the fuck?
Drag is amazing.
Like I never would have. And they were like, hey, how you going? And they gave me a hug and stuff. I was like, I had no offense.
yeah.
I had no.
Well, that's the beauties
I
of
would have
drag.
walked past you and never looked twice.
Right? Amazing. That's the beauties of drag. So they won season 1 and kicked ass.
Yeah.
Like and Genesis was kind of one of their starting points. They'd only performed once or twice before they started Genesis.
I would never would have believed that.
Like they've done opera professionally,
Mm.
but with drag, it was kind of their start, and I think that's incredible. And looking at everything they're doing now, I'm so
Yeah.
so proud.
Mm.
And then
Glitch came second, didn't they?
Who?
Glitch came second.
Yeah,
Glitch came second twice.
twice. Glitch, always the bridesmaid, never
Yeah.
the bride. And then season 2, we had another drag king win, Sin Vicious. More talent. These Illawarra kings are underrated and so talented.
So, for those that don't know, like me, what is a drag king? Like, what are the
So-
different?
So look, drag is open for everybody.
Mm.
Everyone can do drag. So drag queens are more dominantly men dressing as women.
Yeah.
I prefer the term drag artist because I blur the lines of gender really
Mm.
a lot.
Yeah.
Like I have a beard often, more so lately than not.
Mm.
But
I think it works.
drag kings are opposite. I think gender is its whole own thing. Drag kings present male, drag queens present more female, drag artists and drag things are the creatures that surround all of that.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think that drag kings are on the up and up, and they're definitely a lot more in the light now, and I'm so glad for that because drag kings are so clever, and it's a whole different vein of drag that wasn't explored for so long.
Yeah.
And I am honored that I had the opportunity to, I don't know, see a whole bunch of them all grow. Artists, kings, things, queens, all of it.
Yeah.
And I just hope that they all had fun doing it.
Well, they look like they have a lot of fun doing it.
Well, they love it. And this season, I've stripped back the competition setting and I'm just having it for free for all. So everyone who wants to have a go in a less scary competition style can give it what they got and just have fun, come along. It's kind of like an open mic night for performing. And it's fun.
I did the open mic night setting last year.
You did, and you performed as Elsa.
Fucking terrifying.
That was so fun.
Was
Elsa,
fun.
let it go.
I did that, and I had like little confetti,
It was
snow
so
and shit.
good. I didn't see it coming, and that I loved it.
Oh, I'm glad. I think because I'm doing one this year. I'm doing 2 this year, and I think you're gonna. I still haven't told you my songs.
I'm itching. I want to know.
I'll tell you. Oh, you. I mean, you got to get the Spotify thing, but I think I'm gonna edit one of the songs.
Okay.
So you just get a MP3, and I think when you press play,
Oh,
you're gonna laugh so hard.
Yeah, sweet. I'm so excited. I look forward to that. But before we move on from me rambling about Genesis, I chose that name because it's ironic and it's meaningful. So I'm Lucy-Furr, like devil but pretty.
Yeah.
And I chose Genesis because it's from the Bible,
Mhm.
and it is the beginning, or like the beginning of.
Mm.
And for Genesis and all the people who give it a go, this is the beginning of
The end. No.
the beginning of their journeys, their careers, them finding themselves. I think that's, I don't know, it's poetic in many different ways.
I think so too.
Yeah, plus it pisses off a certain demographic of people. And I think that's great. But yeah, so that's Genesis, and that's my baby, and I'm super proud of it, and everyone who gives it a go.
So this year, year 3,
Mm-hmm.
is, like you said, more open, like free flowy.
Yeah.
Are you planning on, not season 4, but year 4, to bring it back to competition?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is just a little
So
break
Glitch
period.
actually has a chance to win.
This is just a little break period. I wanted to make it open to let other people have more of a go.
Yep.
And if they really like it, then they can apply
Come
for the lineup for next year's
Awesome.
comp. But yeah, the usual format: 4 people each month participate. We dwindle it down to 1. They move on to the semis, and then if they win, they move on to the grands, and that's
And
great.
if they win, they win.
Yeah, if they win, they win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I look. I love Genesis. I think
Yeah.
it's a fantastic idea.
Do you think you can win?
No, I don't think.
As long as you have fun.
I don't think I'll pass the first round. But if there is a 4th season, I might give it a try. Although
Do it.
I because the 2 songs I picked, I really wanted to put in the competition.
Yeah.
So maybe I have to switch it up.
Yeah, and save them for when you do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fair. Okay. I guess I got told. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it this year. Then next year I'll figure something out.
Good job. Producer
Producer
says
says do it. Like Nike.
Cool. Well, let's move on to my dumb story of the week.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so this one time, it was nighttime.
Yeah.
And I have my hair out on purpose because it's physical example for you.
Okay.
So it was a late night. It wasn't a dark, stormy night for a change, but it was a late night, and I was sitting on a lounge at one of my old houses with my lovely friend Linda, and she was in bed. I finished the episode that I'm watching, and I'm like, oh, it's time for bed. So I take my hair and I tie it up, just quick messy bun. And as I do that and take my hand, like as I'm doing it, I hear like a crunch sound. I'm
In
like,
your hair?
what the fuck? I thought it was like something on the hair elastic or something, or like my fingers. I'm like, that's weird. I didn't feel anything. And then I'm like feeling, and I can only feel my hair, which is weird. So I go to the bathroom.
Oh boy.
And I look in the mirror, and in my hair, I see 2 long things, and I thought they were sticks. I'm like, that's really weird. And I look closer, and it turns out it's 3 huntsman legs. It had like crawled onto my head or into my hair, and as I've thrown it all up and tied it, I've caught it half in the elastic and half not.
Oh,
so I'm
Jesus.
like, what the fuck do I do? It's
Shave it all off.
I'm like, do I just cut the whole bun off and figure it out and chuck it in the bin?
So did you squash it when you tied it up?
Half. I'd like half crunched it because its legs were still moving.
Huh.
It was still alive.
Okay.
I'm like, do I just cut my bun off? Do I shave my head there and then? I'm a Leo. I love my hair where it is. But I can't undo it because what if it gets tangled in my hair and then it's angry or it attacks me, or I don't know. I run into Linda's room. I'm like, you need to wake up right now. There's an emergency. And she jumps up. She's like, what's going on?
Is it still in your hair?
It's still in my hair. I haven't done anything. And it can't move until I move the hairband. So I'm like, what do I do? I explain the situation, and she is like, you're fucked. Like, it's gonna get, like, what would you do to help me? You, Nery. What would you
probably
do?
said what I said, shave your hair off.
See, and that's the logical reasoning.
Yeah.
And logical thing to do. So she gets scissors.
Okay, yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, I just, there's another suggestion, but go on.
She gets scissors. Or burn it. Burn my whole head off.
Well, no, that'd be extreme.
It's a huntsman that's in my hair.
I mean, you could put your head. You could kind of handstand in the bathtub if you have one,
Yep.
and then undo your hair and just let it fall out. But then
Cool.
again, it could just crawl up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
look, the gravity was definitely what we ended up with.
Okay.
So I'm laying on her bed with my head off the edge of the bed
In the bedroom?
for gravity. Yeah,
If
like
it's
I don't know what else to
Okay.
do.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
in the room now. It needs to get the fuck out of my hair.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning with my head over the bed and she gets scissors and she's like, cool, I'm going to snip the hair elastic and you just shake
Start
your
shaking,
head.
yep.
And if it falls on the floor, I'll stomp on it. I'm like, cool. What?
Okay.
In hindsight, I'm like, what do you mean if it falls on the floor? It's fucking going on the floor. So we're like, okay, we had to hype ourselves up so many times. She's like, all right, I'm going to cut it. No, hold on. Okay. And then she's sweating and couldn't grip
Yeah.
the scissors. And I'm freaking out because I could feel it starting to move in the tight bits of my hair. It was so stressful.
Hell no.
I'm not arachnophobic.
Yeah. But when it's that
But
close to you.
it was in my hair. So she's like, right, ready? I'm like, yeah, lads. And she snips it. I just start shaking my head. This huntsman flings onto the floor and runs straight under her bed.
I knew it. I knew
jump
that.
out.
There was no
we
way.
slept on the couch.
Oh, did you?
We went out and we slept in the lounge room.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
That's. But did you ever find? Did you ever find it?
Yeah, so it had gone under the bed and died because she found a half crunched
Okay, so it was
huntsman's
dying in your hair.
body.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
dying in my hair.
Oh,
But like, I'm glad that it died. When she's like, so look what I found in my room the next day.
yeah.
And she brings it out on like a piece of paper that she'd
Was
used
it
to scoop
big?
it up. It was fucking huge. It was at least the size of like maybe 2 apples.
Oh Jesus!
Like it was a big huntsman. How I hadn't felt it
Yeah.
on my head, but I'd assume because I had my hair down.
unless
had,
it
like-
was in the band. And
No,
not
because
your-
that was on my wrist.
Oh, okay.
So like it must have been like just on the ends of my hair, and I've just scooped it up with my hair just to tie it up quickly.
And you probably got it with your hand too.
Probably, but like,
Oh, that is
oh, spoopy.
that's gross.
gross. And then now I have long hair still, but after
Yeah.
that I cut it all off. I had short buzz cut for a long
Really?
time because I'm like, fuck that noise. And even now I'm touching my bun just like,
Yeah.
maybe I'm due for a haircut because what if like
What-
that's a freak accident.
Was that here?
No, that was like a few years back. I
Okay.
lived in
Another place.
in town, yeah.
Yeah.
But what if?
That's correct.
What if it happens again? The chances are impossible, right?
It's funny you tell that story. So I was gonna tell you a story that I had a plan. But I want to tell you another story instead
Alright.
because you just reminded me. So in my teenage years,
Yes.
I had an afro, a big afro.
Afro?
Yes, because I have really curly hair.
Excellent. I need pictures
And
after this. I need to
So
see.
when I would straighten it, it was straightened down to my shoulder blades.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a big afro, and I hadn't cut it. Really hadn't cut it in a while. And people would like throw their pens in there and get lost. Like, oh, your hair ate my pen. Like, yeah,
no,
dickhead.
I don't like where this is
Anyway,
going.
so one day it was a hot day and I was like fluffing it out and stuff. And I fluff it. I found a pen. That's probably been in there since the beginning of the day. I fluffed it out. And then I thought I had everything and I felt something hit my middle finger
No.
and travel with my middle finger.
Mm.
And I flicked it out and a spider just lands on the floor
No.
and just runs. And I do it a couple more times and another little spider flies out.
Oh my god.
I went home that day. I was like, I needed an appointment at a barbershop. I made an appointment, went there, shave it off. He was like, you've been growing this for like 3 years. I'm like, I don't care.
Get it
Shave it
gone.
all the fuck off.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, there was a spider probably about like a small one,
Yep.
like a little baby one, I guess. But
Yep.
there was like the first
A
one was
big
big.
one.
Like it was a big, like
Yuck.
skinny thing.
Ew.
I was like, oh, like, and like people would see it too. Like people saw it happen. Like, was that in your hair? Like, oh, that's gross. And then I came to school the next day.
Bold.
Well, yeah, and like, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, that's wild.
But like, I had people try to like singe the ends of my hair and shit. People are
fuck?
fucking crazy.
Teenagers.
Yeah,
Fucking
teenagers are rough.
sickos. Wow. Okay.
But yeah, a spider. I had a couple spiders fling out of
That's
my hair.
crazy.
So I know how it feels.
So that does remind me also. So it was a little bit before that spider accident happened. I had dreadlocks for a short time.
Oh damn.
Like half of it was me, half of it was like extensions that were like braided in and then teased out, and I just had extended dreadlocks in my hair. And then I was talking to someone and they're like, do you clean them properly? I'm like, yeah, with like the dry shampoo, etc. It's a whole process because you shouldn't get them wet because you can't brush them out. And it can get moldy and
smelly
stuff.
and shit. Yeah.
And then I spoke to someone and they're like, I had dreadlocks with a schoolmate back in the 90s. And he's like, so I'm gonna tell you this now, and you can think about keeping them or maybe choosing a different route. I'm like, tell me, sir, tell me. And he explained to me that his mate had dreadlocks for 15 years. Like he'd been growing them. They were like down to his butt. And then one day he got like burning itches on his head.
Oh, that's
and
what you want.
It was like a pool rash or something.
Okay.
And is like, oh, I don't know. So he went to the barber to get them rejuged. The barber puts his hands up and takes like 4 steps back. He's like, bro, I don't know what you're gonna do. I think you need to go to the hospital.
Wow.
And it turns out that there was a egg sac of redbacks. And the babies, the warm tingle wasn't a pull. It was the baby spiders hatching and nibbling on his scalp skin.
Oh my god.
So they weren't stinging him, they were nibbling his dead skin.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. So you bet. I went home, I cut the extensions out of my hair.
Yeah.
And then I cut it like not long, but a few months later is when this huntsman story happened. So my hair was short-ish.
Yep. Fuck that.
Absolutely not.
Oh, that's
I
the
love how
grossest one.
dreadlocks look.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be really good to have again.
Yeah.
But
no.
Not gonna happen.
There was a guy in high school.
He survived, by the way. He was
good.
fine.
What did they say? He went to the hospital?
He went to the hospital and they had to cut from the ends and work their way down and then just slowly shave chunk at a time and a deep rinse as they were going.
To the redbacks? They killed them, obviously.
They had to like wash them out and then cut and then wash and then cut just chunks and
that
chunks.
would have taken forever.
Wild.
The hospital bill must be nuts.
Wild.
Jesus.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Sorry. So there was a guy in year 10 and he had just come in from a different school and he had dreads, and it was the first time any of us had seen a teenager with dreadlocks, and we all lost our fucking minds. He was the coolest dude.
Right.
And I actually became pretty good friends with him. And then one day he came in, they were gone. We're like, what happened? He's like,
redbacks.
Yeah. He was like, I started getting itchy, and they said it was a rash, so they said it was probably better to get it shaved.
What if
now
it was
I'm like,
the redback guy?
this guy fucking.
What if it was the redback guy?
What was
if
his
it's
name?
The same dude. I couldn't even tell you. This is like a friend of the guy.
Oh, okay.
So it was like 3 degrees of separation.
I think he came from Newcastle or something.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But like,
but he was a cool dude. He
freaked me out. I'm like, yeah, look, these dreadlocks are so good. I loved them.
How long did you have them for?
I probably had them for like the better part of a month.
Okay.
Like, so they were fresh.
Yeah.
But like,
they still would have looked...
I'm not fucking with that.
My brother had dreadlocks for a while. It looked alright.
Yeah. The admin of it all.
Yeah, that always looked tough to me.
It's a lot. It's heavy. Even now, my hair's long enough that when I go to bed, if I leave it out, I've had to start wearing like a nightcap.
Oh no!
Because I hate sleeping with it tied up, and you shouldn't.
Yeah.
But I put the nightcap on. Otherwise the hair like wraps around my face or like wraps around my neck.
Yeah.
And I like roll over and like pull it. And No.
Yeah.
But the first night I wore the nightcap, it slipped down over my eyes
Oh.
and nose, and I woke up and thought I was being like a sack over my head being murdered.
Yeah, that's
But
so like a little like hat or like a chef.
yeah, like a little it looks like a little chef's hat.
Oh, cool.
But like I just put it on. It's
Why
like
would it-
silk and it's comfortable.
like when you watch like
I think it's for curls.
oh
I just use it
yeah.
so it's not in my face.
Yeah, people. I guess they used to use it when they put like those curlers in their hair back in the
Yeah.
day. Yeah, fair enough. So I'll leave my other story for next time.
Cool, excellent.
'Cause-
All these next times, these these
It keeps people coming back.
bunny hopping, yeah, bunny hopping episodes.
But from that, we should probably go to the 3 facts to give you.
Oh, you've got more facts for me?
Yep, I sure do.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
All right, let me get my handy dandy notebook.
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
Okay, so we were talking about Disneyland last episode,
Oh,
and
yes.
I said I was gonna
yes.
tell you something about Disneyland this
Absolutely.
episode.
Let's do it.
So then I thought I will put it in my 3 facts. And what I'll do is I'll save it to the end. So the first 2 are
Yep.
just random. The
Yep.
third one is something I know. I actually know. I didn't just look
Okay,
it up.
good, excellent. Sounds
So-
good. Let's go.
The first one is, so you know the story of like Walt Disney being like put on ice in Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's true. I don't think it is.
No.
But there is a time capsule that is actually buried in Sleeping Beauty's castle. It was buried in 1995, and
Yep.
it will be opened in 2045.
Oh,
It
okay.
was 50-year time capsule. So it'd be interesting because I think a lot of like they would have done a lot of like stuff that isn't around anymore.
Yeah, that's true. What would you put in a 50-year time capsule?
Oh, jeez.
You, Nery, and Lynn Bentley right now.
Oh, so right now, not in the 90s.
No, right now. And remember that thing, you won't see it ever for 50 years.
Oh, like okay. So like something personal or something.
I guess, just whatever you would put in a time capsule. What? Okay, 2 things.
Mm.
1, you think that would benefit the future, or 2, something personal to you
Okay.
that you want to preserve for 50 years.
Jesus.
I would put a bottle of wine in.
Okay.
So then by the time it comes out, it's like fermented for 50 years.
Oh,
and I can
good
be like,
idea.
that's my wine.
That's my one. Get your hands up.
And then I would probably put in, I don't actually know. I would put the
Nothing.
producer in the time capsule. See her in 50 years.
But does she stay how she is now? Or is she 50 years older?
I don't know if there's much food in the time capsule, so I guess we'll have
yeah. Well, I mean,
But
it's
producers
Disneyland.
live forever.
That's right. Yeah.
So
What would I put?
give her something to play with, I guess.
I would put. See, I would say I'd put a DVD of Lost in there just so I could watch people. shit
You
their-
are fucked up. Leave Lost dead.
I just want to see what people think 50 years from now. But the thing is, you were saying that a lot of people that you talk to these days don't even know what it is.
Exactly. So it's already
So it's already-
prehistoric.
Yeah. So there's no point in that. I really have no idea.
Cool. Well, maybe we can think about it and come back to it next episode.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Without time. What is it? Time capsule
That time capsule stories.
things.
Yeah, sounds good. That's all right. Yeah, that's a good one for
Let's
the next
do
one.
that.
So you keep coming back.
Keep coming back.
So the second one is, and I think a lot of people know this now, but there are tunnels throughout the park that are used for employees, like especially mascots and
Yeah.
characters and stuff, so they can get from one end to the other. But I did read that I think it was 1975, Walt Disney saw, I think it was let's say it was a Pluto character. I think it was
Yeah.
someone dressed up as Pluto, walking from like his end of the park to like I guess the break, like where he goes for a break,
Yep.
and it was breaking immersion because like what the hell is Pluto doing in Tomorrowland and shit?
Yeah.
So he was like, no, you can't have characters
So that's
running
why
around.
the tunnels are there.
That's
I
why the
think.
tunnels are there.
Wow.
Mm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I guess it makes it shorter for them too, like going underground and instead of going through the whole park, just a
Yeah.
straight shot.
No, that's true.
And apparently there are like golf carts in there too. Like they can just pick a golf cart and
I remember reading online once a story about seeing a sneaky little Peter Pan and another Disney character canoodling.
In the tunnels.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, really?
Ooh, canoodling.
Full canoe.
I don't know the merit of that. You see some wild shit on the internet,
I
but
hope
I
it's Peter
think
Pan
that's,
and like Minnie Mouse or something.
that would be so funny. The scandal of it all. It's like, could you imagine?
Peter Pan is no longer with Wendy. He's now into mice.
Was he ever with Wendy?
I don't know. They
Were
always had a thing. But I don't know.
I mean, Tinkerbell
here
was
we go.
jealous enough. Producer?
Depends on which you follow from popular culture. If we're talking Disney
We're talking Disney.
only adaptation,
Yeah.
there is a sequel in which Wendy's daughter goes to Neverland. So she obviously goes back at the end of the normal Peter Pan. And yeah, she grows up, has a family, and
It's
her
like, oh,
daughter
round
goes.
2. Haha.
But I think it was always implied. I mean, the original book, I haven't read it, but I know that Peter Pan was based off of the writer's dead younger brother, like infant brother.
Oh.
So the actual Peter Pan was more of an infant, like was much younger.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, I think the iteration I have with Disney is more of the play.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, which came after. And there's also Hook. I like to think Hook canon, where like, so, you know, Wendy goes back, has a family. When Peter comes back for her, she's too old, and he realizes she's grown up and stuff, but he falls in love with her daughter, and
Gwyneth.
they get married.
Gwyneth.
I just remember Gwyneth plays Wendy at some point.
Or is it granddaughter? Is it her daughter or a granddaughter? I can never remember.
God.
I think it's a granddaughter. I have to watch Hook again.
I love Hook.
Rufio. Rufio.
Thank you.
Do you like
producer.
Hook?
Never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No.
Great movie. A lot of people don't like it for some reason. I think because it's a bit more. It changes the lore a bit. Like he's older. It's Robin
just
Williams.
Enjoy a rendition of things.
It's good. I would recommend it. It's one of my favorite movies. It's made by Steven Spielberg.
Huh. All right. What's your number 3 that you know
Yes.
for real?
So my number 3 is that. Did you know there has never been a single death in Disneyland?
Well, look. Yes. But inaccurate, but yes.
It is inaccurate. So whenever someone dies in Disneyland, they get taken out of the park.
And then pronounced dead.
Okay, you do know this.
Yeah. It's a morbid fact, of course I know. That's wild.
It's crazy. So there was a lady who got decapitated on a ride.
Yep.
They carried that decapitated body
to the car park.
and then pronounced her dead. That is ridiculous.
Her head just fell off in the car park. A decapitation's wild, but I remember reading something about one of the mascots. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a guy in a goofy suit. Because it's hot, long days.
Yeah.
He passed out from dehydration, died in the suit.
Oh my god.
And they're like, no, this is midday in the holidays. They put him on a bench.
I just kept him
And
there.
all these people are like, oh, Goofy's just sitting and having a sleep. And these families were taking pictures with Goofy on the park bench with a dead guy in it.
Jesus.
And then afterwards they did the same thing. They like took him out the back and they're like, oh no,
Out of the grounds.
Goofy died off grounds.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
No one's. I can't believe Disneyland's like, no one's ever died here. Not that you know, ever asked.
Can
the
we get in
question.
trouble for saying Disney?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
No.
They're look. They're. I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
It's just a word. It's
It's
just a guy's name.
word. It's just a guy. He's dead anyway.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, no, that's wild.
Okay. I'm glad not many people know that.
Yeah, no, as soon as I went down a little rabbit hole when I found that out, I'm like, how corrupt is scary? Like, let's go. But I didn't know about the decapitated woman. That's you can't just be like, oh, her head fell off in the car park. That just doesn't happen.
Like, I don't know, like, they must have grabbed her head too. They can't just fucking leave it there.
Well, you can't just lose a head. Her head just spontaneously exploded.
Well, no, like, I guess the ride, like, I don't remember the story. I think her head got caught. Like she probably, I think she fell out of the ride, or like
maybe she had a huntsman on her head.
Maybe she had a
She's
huntsman on
like,
her head.
solution fixed. Same sis.
No, yeah, I think she fell out of the ride, and I think she was in a roller coaster in a quarter, and just ripped her head off.
Yeah, no, shouldn't laugh. R.I.P. and condolences to those people, but that's wild.
That's nuts. And for the Disneyland to say it's not on us, man.
It's like, no, that happened in the car park.
She had a fight in the car park.
We
Someone
saw
pulled
the
her head off.
huntsman in the
I
car
don't know.
park.
Yeah.
Dang, that's hectic.
Yeah, so those are my 3 facts.
Damn. Oh, wow.
I won't. I always tell the death one in Disneyland.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "What? Really?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
But I'm glad you know.
And now it's in a podcast.
Yeah. Now
Forever.
it's on the podcast forever.
Sweet.
Unless we get sued by Disney.
Unless
just
we
change
get
the name.
sued by Disney.
I don't think Disney's ever going to listen.
No, I doubt it. Could you imagine? Walt Disney's in his war bunker, just like hooked up to all these machines and is like, sue these people.
It's just got the sue button.
Hey, no. Well, Disney is free game now, isn't it? Mickey Mouse is all like,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse is all like
it's free reign, motherfuckers.
yeah. Did you? Apparently, there's a horror version of Steamboat Willie coming out.
Yeah, there's a whole universe coming out. There's Bambi, there's Peter Pan, there's Mickey Mouse. They're all public domain now. So that'll be fun.
Did you ever see the Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah.
Did you watch
Pooh, Blood and Honey? Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
What'd you think?
I need more.
There's a second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look, it's not the best, but mate, it's interesting.
But you're not there for the best.
No, exactly. No. It's interesting. So to our dumb bitches.
Yeah, you can go first this time.
Sweet, I'll go first. It's kind of Disney related now. Not really. No, she appears at Disneyland around Halloween time, so I'm gonna roll with Sarah Sanderson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from Huck-Ass Puck-Ass. I love her. I think she's such a fun dumb bitch. She's whimsy, she's silly, she's stupid, and she just wants her rat's tail. Her lucky rat's tail. I dressed up as her for Halloween 2 years ago, and I still have the costume, and I'm probably gonna bust her out again this year, maybe.
Nice.
It was super fun to play such a fun bimbo-y character. Like, I think that's the way to describe it. Like, fun, loving, innocent, yet willing to eat children.
Out of the 3 Sanderson sisters, she is the most not there one.
Yeah. And I love that for her. And I think that's great.
It works really well.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's played by Sarah Jessica Parker, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I think she did a good job. I think just those movies are just peak.
You watched the second one?
I think the sequel was really good.
I thought it was really good too.
Yeah, I thought it was a really clever way to bring something from that time into the now.
Yeah.
And I think they wrapped it up well. And I think if they do anything more with it, they're
taking it too
kidding
far.
themselves.
I love that. I can't remember the other. So you got
so there's Mary, Winifred, and Sarah.
Mary.
Winnie.
So we know she like rides a vacuum in the first one,
like
an old 80s vacuum. I like that she has the
Roombas.
2. Yeah, that's
Perfection.
It's
clean.
great.
It's a clean sequel.
Like it's got good callbacks. Like like you're like, oh yeah, that's great, but it's not like beating you over the head with them.
Yeah, it's not rubbing it in your face.
Yeah.
So that's my dumb bitch.
That's a good one.
Who's yours?
So my dumb bitch, you can probably help me out.
Yes.
So I have 2.
Okay.
They're both from the same show.
That's fine. I've done 2 for the last 25 episodes.
Have you?
No, I think I've done 2 once or twice.
I don't think you've done 2 at all.
Squat and Babu last episode, and then I did 2 the episode before.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that Squat and Babu are a package deal.
Yeah, that's true.
The ones I don't think they interact all.
Okay.
Show.
Well, let's do it.
So
throw them out.
My dumb bitches of the week is either Twyla from Schitt's Creek, or Jocelyn from Schitt's Creek.
Oh, okay, fair.
So I like Jocelyn.
Yeah,
I think she kind of loses herself a bit in the end.
Yeah. She kind of gets pushed to the background.
She does, yeah. There's a scene where she kisses Mutt. It's right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, it's your son, but he's a grown ass man.
On the mouth.
Like if my mother kissed me on the mouth like that, I wouldn't be very happy.
I guess they did that, show writers, just for that
That red
elusiveness of, oh, yeah, a red herring.
Yeah.
Of, oh. But yeah, I couldn't
And also,
think...
Mutt looks like he's about her age. How old was she when she had him? Like 10?
Probably backwoods country
Yeah,
town,
that's a
probably
fair
teen
point.
pregnancies.
That's a fair point.
You fuck your cousin, you get pregnant, you birth it out. Bam.
Yeah, go for it. Wait, is Roland her cousin?
No, but
Oh.
it's a small country town, probably. Who knows?
Probably. The
Shit
reason
logic.
the reason I would pick Jocelyn is because one, that, and two, like, why Roland? Roland's such a dirtbag of a person. Like
Maybe
he's sweet.
really good at sex.
Maybe.
You don't know.
He's a sweet dude, but she could do a little bit better.
I guess.
And she's always jealous of Moira when she does the like
Singing and
the
stuff.
singing, like the what the fuck are they called? The jazz gals.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, come on, like, you're married to the mayor. How about you?
That's true.
Although Moira does kind of come in and like
take everything
take
away.
over.
Yeah, I guess. I think Jocelyn's a good dumb bitch.
Okay.
I think you can
Like, I
shove
think she's
Twyla
solid.
back up your sleeve.
I think Jocelyn's like solid,
Yeah.
but she has very dumb bitchy moments.
Yeah. I
And
think
when
so.
Moira keeps telling her, like, don't pick Alexis for, I can't remember what it was for.
Oh, she don't do it.
Yeah,
And then she's like, no, you can audition.
yeah. And then she doesn't, and she's like,
Oh,
and-
it was so good.
Moira was like, I fucking told you.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I would pick Twyla is solely for one reason. Spoilers. She's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Like, she has millions of dollars. And she's like, I don't know what to do with this money. And then
Small country town.
and then Alexis is like, be happy. And she's like, oh, I'll pay for I'll buy the club or the bar. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cafe.
whatever, the cafe. And like, how do you not get there on your own?
It's easy. I don't know. She just needed that nudge. I don't think
guess,
Twyla's
yeah.
a dumb bitch. I mean, look, if you live with like paycheck to paycheck your whole life and then you get like $1 million,
Yeah, that's fair.
I like to think that I would know what to do with it. Like,
Oh,
I'd
I
have
have
a
no
lot
idea,
less
probably.
enemies if I had money. Take that how you want it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that makes her a dumb bitch. I think she'd never been guided. So
That's
I
a fair
think
point.
Jocelyn is a strong dumb bitch. I
Okay.
think Twyla is debatable.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I love the fact that she's Eugene Levy's daughter.
I think that's really sweet. And
Yeah.
I think it's clever to not use her as
Alexis.
yeah.
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 I think she was going. So, did you ever watch the?
Yeah.
That's not the pilot, but like the test
Yeah.
footage they did, and she had like a whole different.
The whole
character.
nerdy.
She was all nerdy and
Yeah.
she smoked and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't think she played Twyla. I don't remember who she. I don't think she played
No,
Alexis.
Twyla was meant to be a nerdy smoker, weird
Oh,
dweeby
okay.
character, and they're like, no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
It's too far.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
that
think
was
it's really good for showrunners to pull back
good. Yeah.
because that show is just
Oh, it was-
perfection.
yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't change a thing except Bob. But we've already had that rant,
Yeah, and maybe Mutt.
and maybe Matt. But yeah, no. Other than that, I think it's a really strong show.
Yeah, I love it.
Good job
It's a
to
great
everyone
show.
involved.
Did you ever watch the Best Wishes?
Yes, yes. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I cried. You
Yeah,
cried.
I
We all
did.
cried.
We all cried.
Everyone cried.
Oh, that scene where like Alexis and Ted have like their final scene.
Stop it.
Oh,
Stop it. I can't think about Eugene Levy
Mm.
crying.
I know.
Such a beautiful old man.
Do
It just makes me so sad.
you ever watch Dan's movie?
No.
No, me neither.
I think it's gonna be too sad.
Yeah, because like his husband dies and shit.
Yeah. Too
Like,
too
I'm not ready.
real.
I'm
Too
not ready for
real.
that, man. Come on.
But yeah. No, too real.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
fair.
Well,
That's another one.
that's another one in the dumpster, I guess. No point
In Rita's
uploading.
dumpster to the sun.
Words of wisdom to go by before we leave. Make sure that you wash your hair,
Mhm.
keep it clean,
Yeah.
and check your hair before you tie it up.
Yeah, and probably don't have an afro in 2024.
Yeah, don't do that.
Although mine was in the 2000s, but that's okay.
Boy,
Bye.
boy.